go one by one. Use your full names as well, innit?
Hi, I'm Matt Kitchen, I'm producer.
I'm Maya King and I'm production designer.
Oh, my name is Ollie Cheatham Woods and I am Morty. Why are you laughing at my name for? Just my name. Just laughing at me. I'm like, so rude. Just blatantly laughed in my face about my name. Anyway, yeah, I'm Ollie Cheatham Woods. I play Morty. I'm here. I'm cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we out here.
Gangnam Style.
I'm Joe White. I was DOP and co-writer.
I'm Wayne Brannigan. I was the director of POSTMORTEM.
I'm Harvey Oldham and I edited this production.
Hi, I'm Tom. Clearly there wasn't enough room for me on the couch, so I'm coming this way. I was the sound guy for this film. The human boom pole, some might call me.
Should we all go like round, like just say like one thing that we thought we personally did well, and then one thing that could have been improved. So yeah, one thing that you thought you did well personally.
Personally, I think I did good time management. I did really good sandwiches.
All right, and then one thing you think you could improve on.
Probably just like
More sandwiches.
being more prepared and being more time manageable. Because we did go off a bit.
Yeah.
I guess it's a producer's job, but obviously we had loads of things to try and balance in terms of me having to join the cast.
One thing I didn't think I did good was, as production designer, you can't really do much else on set after you've set the production, so I kind of sat and looked at the monitor and just saw how it all looked on screen, and if anything like looked out of place, I kept an eye on that. And one thing I could improve on would be, I think costumes. I feel like costumes is something that I feel like we should have stuck to a bit more strictly, and obviously because that's in my department, that's something I kind of wish we did look more closely into, especially because it's like flashbacks and like it's all about like emotion and stuff like that, colours and stuff. I feel like that's something that we could have improved on.
Alright, cool. For me, I think one thing personally that I did well was like on-set liaison kind of, especially at my house. Like I kind of like kept the flow, or like you know, made sure like something
We were
was
getting on.
being done. Yeah,
You also
Yeah.
like joined
Like-
different roles as well when
Yeah.
some people had to leave early. You
I'd take
made
over.
sure.
Yeah, like I had a very multifaceted like presence. I'd say similar to the last film we did, Joe. But yeah, no, like I think that in terms of like that, I think that's something I did well. But one thing I could probably have improved on was remembering my lines more frequently, because
I think you all could improve on that.
yeah, yeah, remembering my lines and maybe like having more of an input in terms of like some of the direction, or like, you know, some of like the decisions that were made. I could have like maybe put more of my input into it. But other than that, I think yeah.
What did I do good?
what didn't you do?
What did I do good?
You were very good DOP. You got some very nice shots. And
I was quite pleased how the lighting turned out, especially in the last day of shooting, because I actually lit it properly.
You did do that.
Cafe scene was good.
Hmm?
The cafe scene was good, like the shot of it.
Yeah.
I was director as well, mostly director. So yeah, I think I was quite pleased with the lighting. Script as well, I thought good collab with you, my friend. Thank you. What did I do bad?
I think you could have kept everyone in attention when you wanted to film, be more assertive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's just
You were too sweet and good as well.
Yeah.
Should have been more of an authoritarian.
yeah. Well, that's something I need to work
Like
on.
a dictator.
Generally. I'm not very good at dictating. Just be more assertive, I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah. Put your voice out there a bit more.
Because I'm very quiet.
Probably have to subtitle you anyway.
Yeah.
What?
Right. Anyway.
I like the shot variety that I planned out. I like the coverage that we got. Even if we didn't necessarily do everything we wanted, I like what we had in there. In terms of an improvement, I think I should improve my time management, you'd say, a bit
Oh,
better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Big time.
And maybe just stop panicking and stressing.
I didn't even see what I did there. He's on the ball. He's on the ball.
Are they? To be fair, at first you bought a monitor for the whole production. I need to.
Did I?
Yeah.
I thought that was
Did I bring a monitor?
You didn't bring it, you bought like
Bought a
colour
monitor.
accurate
Oh,
monitor.
I spent money on this. More so than everyone else.
That's true.
Yeah, you can bring Nutella butties and, you know, you can let us use your house, but 250 British pounds was spent on a colour accurate monitor. which I was going to get anyway, but I thought, you know what, I'll get it for the film. I got it to colour grade the film. Did I really colour grade on it? Not really, no, which is something I could have improved on, just mainly because it just took so long. And when you've been doing this for just weeks on end, it's like, yeah, I'm done in. which we all were a bit, weren't we?
Oh, yeah. Like the last day of the shoot, especially the last
No, the last day.
the last
shooting.
15 minutes, because of obviously because of like complications out of my control. We had to rush that that last bit with the green screen.
Calling rap was like
I was
such a relief.
I was
Those shots
stressed.
came out well considering we rushed.
Yeah. Considering the time constraints we had as well, yeah. I don't think they could have been better than they were.
An actual thing that I did well though, I think, was the file management. If someone said, "Hey Harvey, can you do my file management?" I'd say, "Yes, I will."
It's very kind of you.
And I'd say, "Yes, I can." My bins, I've never made bins before, but I had bins. I had like 11 bins, just all there. And I was like, where's, 135? They'll be in 3-1. If my file organisation wasn't as good as it was,
He loves talking about his files.
we wouldn't have been able to make the film. There, I said it.
Proud of you.
Wow.
Honestly.
So, Tom, what do you think that you did good and bad?
First time doing sound, think I picked it up quite quick. Like to do sound again. Few minor problems at the start, few retakes with the sound, not major, it didn't disrupt anything too much. Next time, I think I've got a better idea of how sound works. Like to get more Foley stuff in there next time, make it sound a bit more better and genuine.
Favourite scene?
Had to be the drug dealer scene, talking about going to Blackpool Tower.
You were stood up on a date, and then you were stood there just chilling while sitting down.
Sitting down, it's an achievement.
I like the bit where when he talks about Blackpool, you go, and afterwards he's like, he wanted to go to Blackpool, and you just go, Blackpool Tower. I was like, it's just so jokes. Alright, what about you? What's your favourite scene?
You both walk away in the park and you're both like...
Yeah, I'm just like,
Just liked it, I don't know why.
yeah.
Joseph.
What do I know? He's this
Yeah.
now. I mean, I know I'm dead in the film, but like,
He's not dead now.
I do quite like the. I think it's probably the park scene as well. To be fair, just because of like how funny it is. But like, if we're talking like in terms of how it was shot, I do quite like the bedroom scene, like visually with the lighting and stuff. I think it looks very like well put together and like would dynamic be the right word?
Yeah.
It's like a very, I don't know, because obviously it's supposed to be like out of the way, like during a house party. You know, like with that the muffled music and then like
It seemed well.
yeah,
The music and the lighting.
it's like when it blended
The
out
editing
together.
on that was very
and the editing.
Yeah.
I felt that's one thing you could have improved on though, is
Stop it.
at that party scene in the bedroom, your blinds, you can tell it's daylight outside. So I feel like if we were to do that...
Partying all night.
Yeah,
Sleep all
I feel
day,
if we were
party
to
all
do
night,
that again,
party all day,
we'd shoot
sleep
it
all
at
day.
night time instead, and then he'd
Yeah.
get like, do like the strobe lights, so
Yeah.
it'd have more of an effect as well.
Yeah.
Like that's one thing we could have improved on.
My favourite scene probably was that party scene as well, actually. Both because it looks really nice with the colourful lights, a bit different, but also just the narrative leap that it took from crack dealer to bank manager.
Big progression.
It's impressive.
Owning the mortgage, on paying rent.
Post-mortgage.
We made a lot of amendments to the
Post-mortem.
script, whether they were good or bad. I mean, they're in the final film now, and I mean, they're very interesting.
I do really wish you kept that, like, you know, like when Ludwig was like, "Oh, Ebenezer, you were there," and you go, "Oh yes, I was." And wink at the camera like. I wish you kept it, and it's like, because I feel like it would have fit in.
It would have fit
Because like,
in.
I mean,
It
even
was the
Steve was saying,
same,
it's like,
wasn't it? Like it started off like just a normal film, but then the
Just
more
delved into chaos.
I think as soon as we got into that park scene, that was like the first scene we had to like properly rewrite and just improvise on the day completely.
The reason we were so like cast members as well as crew members in our film was because with the exception of Ludwig, it was basically like just due to like time constraints and like scheduling conflictions.
Well, we did have like someone.
Well, yeah, we had what was she called again? Liam?
Carolina.
Carolina, I'm very sorry if you ever
Yeah.
see this.
And then we had a guy called John who was going to come on set, but he just stopped responding.
It's been that long, I forgot all about it.
Yeah, I feel like we need to ask Liam is the production how you pictured it?
I mean, no, but I mean, who's to say it's any better or worse?
Yeah.
Are you happy with it?
I'm happy with it. You know, I like that we had a good time. I like that people laughed at it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like,
You know.
I feel like the reaction we got couldn't have been better.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah.
because I've said to a few people that because it's supposed to be slightly funny, but not as funny as it actually is. Like, it's not supposed to be that funny.
It's
but
like
it just
I'd
is.
rather people laugh at it than be like bored.
Yeah.
I had a problem
Go on.
with near the end, just the amount of just stuff on the timeline. It got really difficult to navigate my way around those treacherous green sound pools. There were noises in between each take, like little noises, so I had to put in like sound transitions in between each one and then add in sound into the dead spaces underneath. So I could improve the audio, I think, because I don't think it's very balanced, but the actual footage, like the visual footage and the colour grade and stuff, I think that's quite good. Just the audio is a bit like
On that note, though, should we say like one thing that we thought went well overall as a shoot, and one thing that could have been improved overall? So
I think just the whole production went as best as it could. I think one thing that we could improve on was maybe the communication. On just some days we weren't really communicating on what's going on, and the next day we would be. We had meetings where some people wouldn't show up, but obviously we know everyone's got their lives to get on with. But
I don't.
you have no life, so.
You don't. I'm dead. I'm dead in the film. Dead in real life.
But with that, I'm happy with the shots and how everything looked out. And
I feel like if we actually planned what days we were gonna do, you know when it comes to like obviously like the park scene, that day we just shot the park scene and that was done and dusted. It was done with. When it came to like shooting at your house, we were kind of like we didn't know exactly what parts we were shooting. So it's like when we finished a shot, it wasn't like okay, this is what comes next. We had to wait, go through the script again, read out lines, and then go to the shooting again. Whereas I feel like if we were more prepared that way by creating like going off like a shot list, like what order we're doing it on what day,
Yeah.
I feel like production time would be a lot quicker,
Yeah.
and then we'd have time to go back and reshoot as well. Do you know what I mean? And then we'd all be less stressed as well.
I'll play devil's advocate and explain why that was the case, because those shoot days were mostly improv on the day.
I think it's because we were very loosey-goosey with like the production
because
material.
with a rough idea.
We had to be because we like the cast and stuff had changed.
I think if we did it next time, we'd have like more like rigorous like pre-production stuff that we
Yeah.
actually follow instead of just throwing it out the window. Because that's what probably led to like longer shoot days. I think because we didn't know what really we were doing when we got to that point.
Yeah. Well, I'm the same with you in terms of like communication. I think it could have been like it wasn't bad, but it definitely could have been better than it was. Like obviously not to like throw anyone under the bus because we were all like a little bit guilty of it. Like,
Yeah.
Some days like you just like some people like myself included.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it was just a loss of motivation. You just
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
like you're
'cause-
tired, you
yeah.
just like
Highs and lows.
you'd like just like
Yeah.
yeah.
We were definitely in some dire spots
Yeah.
like during the production.
Yeah.
Casting was a big one for me.
Yeah. I
Like
get,
sorting
yeah.
out the casting
Yeah.
because I don't know.
We used Mandy, didn't we? But
Well, yeah, exactly. We used the options that the university presents to us, and it
Yeah.
just really didn't turn out much.
Who's Mandy?
Mandy's that
Mandy's
acting. People can look and see what's casting.
Oh, I think when we
calls
used a person called Mandy, I was like, where?
no.
I think we need to give like props to Stephen as well for helping us
don't know where I am.
script development and giving us good feedback.
Yeah. Shout out, Stephen.
The real one.
I mean, as like me and Joe, like we wrote the script, and there are just some scenes that like I'm like devastated that we couldn't do. But if I were to do it again, I would like to make those scenes again. But obviously, that's just another thing about we lost actors, so it's like we can't film on those days. And I guess I know you guys love the park scene, but that bar scene, I loved it so much. It was like my child, you know. I think that's mainly just because of time and like getting actors. If like those were like together, like if we got actors and we're on schedule, then all it would have just like fallen into place.
I think Matt, Ollie, Harvey, and Ludwig's acting. I mean, you're not actors, but you did a really good job of what you did.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like that it was self-contained, and the fact that like most of the cast, apart from Ludwig, was gonna definitely be there on the day.
I didn't get a choice.
You know, yeah. So yeah, Ollie wanted to go home when we were filming in his house.
Yeah.
You know, but I wouldn't have minded if we had an actress or an actor who came over and didn't fall asleep on the couch.
Oh yeah,
Like
that
what she
happened.
did.
Yeah.
She
To be
fell
fair
asleep.
though,
To be
yeah,
fair,
it was an
we were,
early
like,
morning,
fiddling with the batteries
and
for ages, so I mean,
yeah.
I would fall asleep.
but yeah, she did conk out after about an hour.
I had to do a situation, didn't I?
A what?
I had to do a thing where we were given the wires we got from the kit store. One of them, I mean, the people who collected it, yeah, we should have checked it.
Oh, do you mean
Whoever-
That was a
whoever-
separate
whoever
occasion.
The adapter
collected
wires.
it, but the adapter wires were just completely
Like someone had stamped on
Yeah.
completely destroyed. So I couldn't
edit.
edit on the day, so we had to push everything back because I had to go into Media City, use the MacBooks which just wouldn't load the footage. I had to upload everything into Premiere, 10 files at a time to see which ones we were using, and then put them all on my hard drive and then bring it back and edit it over the next few days. So we probably should have like checked our stuff, to be fair, but like it didn't stop us.
Ah, it was like
We are
it's hindsight, innit?
unstoppable.
Yeah. You know what? We actually have. We persevered through unspeakable, horrible odds. We
Yeah.
actually did.
From the planning, we made something.
Yeah.
And we produce something that's enjoyable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I enjoyed
When you-
it.
And
If
it
there's one
literally.
thing you can describe about the film is an entertaining film.
Yeah, like literally, and you got to think as well, like perseverance-wise, you went through 2 like different drafts of the script, 3, like either like malfunctions with kit, a day where we literally got 1 shot, so we had to cancel the shoot. Like there were so many hurdles that we went over, but we still managed to make a somewhat decent, entertaining short film.
You know, like there's 2 ways you can go about it. You can like watch what's come out and be like, oh, that's not what I wanted. And then like crawl in a ball and cry. Or you could just be like, listen, it's funny and it exists and I can laugh at it. I can laugh with it, you know?
Yeah.
You just accept what it is. You just roll with it.
Yeah. Me and you, at least, we've worked on every film together.
Yes.
Like obviously, from the start of first year till now, like we have literally, we're like,
Well, we're not showboats. So
you know, like when you play FIFA, you should like be good in chemistry.
Yeah.
Bars, we got that.
We got the chemistry.
Joe almost, but he wasn't on.
Joe's been in every single one of ours,
No, the
except
first one I was on with that.
Mystery
Yeah.
Box.
Yeah. Yeah, so
I
yeah,
was
like
the
Joe,
best
I've worked
around.
with you on every film except from 1. Obviously, and then I've worked with you 2 on the last 2,
Yeah.
and Tom as well.
Yes.
Tommy, MVP.
Speaking of Tom,
What do you think?
what do you think?
The film, I like the film. I think the film's great. It looks good. It sounds good. It's entertaining. It's funny. It's what we wanted. Executed it good. Everyone got together so well. Worked together well. Communication was there. Any problems sorted like that. We had fun doing it. But most importantly, everyone's happy with the end product and how it turned it out. On to the next film.
Thanks, Tom.
Yeah, thanks, Tom.
Extraordinary, Tom.
Alright. And on that note, I think that's good. I think that's a wrap, yeah?
Yeah.
Thanks for listening. I'll just stop recording. I can't stop recording.